friends, welcome back to my channel. Sass here. I'm here for another recap review of Life After Lockup. And child, last night's episode, they could have kept that. I mean, kept it. I did not put up Foolery Friday. I was going to put it up today. But baby, when I tell you, having your carpet cleaned, I didn't know it was that kind of process. I'll tell that story another day, okay? Let's talk about life after lockup, child. I suppose I've got my hair done yesterday. Child, y'all see, that didn't happen. Just a mess. Honey, these poetic justice braids needs justice. Baby, they are on life alert. But honey, these things got to go. Oh, anyway, child. Let's get into it, shall we? Now, let's start off with the trio of fools, honey. Lacey, Shane, and John. As we know, Lacey and Shane are having all kinds of problems in their marriage. Lacey don't trust Shane. Shane done took the lie detector test. It's done revealed that he's been flirting with men online through OnlyFans, child. Lacey acted like she didn't know anything about it. That she was in complete shock when Shane said that Lacey was the one that introduced him to that and participated. Lacey, if you don't go somewhere and just sit down. So Shane is outside, and what does Lacey do? Oh, that gives her time to be trifling. So she calls John. John has a girlfriend. John seems happy. John seems like he is in a great place. He even said that his girlfriend Julie brings out the best of him. That his girlfriend Julie is complete opposite of Lacey. He is sober, he is happy, and Julie brings that into his life. Some positivity. Unlike when he's with Lacey, where it's toxic and negative, and he said that's when he was doing all his drinking and drugging, is with Lacey. So he don't want to ruin that, with Julia. So, of course, Lacey. Oh my God, hi, how are you? John, I just wanted to hear your voice. It's horrible here. I mean, Shane went and took a lie detector test and he failed. Oh God, I need you so much. John was like, lie detector test? What idiot goes and takes a lie detector test? You're married. You're married, so why are you taking a lie detector test? Where's the trust? So she's hid and hawing to John. She wanted to hear John's voice, to make her feel better. And then she says, maybe we can hook up. Maybe we can meet up. And so John was like, listen, okay, I hate that you are in that place that you're at, but I'm happy right now. Julie gives me everything I need, and I don't want to risk that. He was very nice about it. But he said, listen, if it becomes, volatile, if he goes upside your head, then call me. John, you don't even need to be in the situation then. These are not your problems. What is going on between Shane and Lacey is Shane and Lacey, husband and wife. You ain't got nothing to do with it. You happy, healthy, and loved. But Shane said that, boy, oh boy, Lacey is hard to let go. Lacey is hard to quit. Lacey got that gold coochie, honey. Just a mess. But we did see John. John looked good. I mean, he needs to do something with that little hair on top of his head. But John looked good. I think did he get some fresh tattoos? He looked like he done put on a little bit of love weight. Ain't no wrong with it. Go ahead, John. John, stay away from Lacey. You look like you doing good with Julie. But we all know what happens. Let's move on. Now, let's talk about Brittany Ray. Brittany, you just determined to embarrass yourself and everybody that you love with these shenanigans. Of course, Brittany thinks Ray is somewhere cheating, at his cousin's house with a whole bunch of women. So she's going to bust in the door and prove that he out there doing something he ain't got no business. So, of course, she walks in. Where the hoes at? Scripted. So she walks in, and there is his cousin Bink and some dude. They were playing dominoes or poker or whatever. And so Ray said, well, ain't nothing going on here. I told you nothing is happening. I'm chilling with my cousin. And that cousin was funny. Cousin said, why you coming up in my house tripping? The way you knocking like the police, you didn't say, hey, bye, kiss my tail, nothing. You just walked in my house disrespecting it and my guest and myself. Boy, that makes a good impression. I don't like you already. So here is Brittany. Why didn't you answer your phone? I've been calling you. I've been texting you. I've been calling you. I've been texting you. Why didn't you been answering your phone? Ray said, because I'm a grown man. I'm a grown man. I can do what I want to do. That's it. I told you I was coming over my cousin's house and we was just chilling. You're the one that came through that door all manic, looking foolish. So then here's Brittany. What's going on? Are you a felon? Is this the Kingpin house? Brittany sounded and looked ridiculous. So that guy was like, yeah, I'm a felon. Oh my God. And so Brittany was like, see, you're going to go back to prison, you violate. So she was like, come on, let's go, we're leaving right now. So out the door she goes. And so here is Ray following her. And she was like, are you coming or what? And he was like, no, I ain't coming. I told you that I'm going to stay here and chill out with my homeboys. So Brittany, she leaves all huffy and puffy, embarrassing herself still. So Ray goes back inside, and he's telling his homeboys, and honey, his cousin was like, what's up with her? She is a hot mess. Did y'all notice how they had the labels of the beer covered up? Were they filming them guys just sitting there talking and was going to use the footage later? Or did they anticipate Brittany coming? So anyway, Brittany done made it home. She huffing and she puffing. She mad. So here comes Ray. Ray's trying to talk to her. She says that, there's no trust. You have to earn trust. And she told him that he's sleeping on the couch, child. So the next morning, he cooked up some breakfast in bed for her. So they have a conversation about trust and respect. And he said, listen, I spent years in prison. And he said, do you think I'm going to violate that? He said, I'm not going to do anything to violate that. I want to be on the outside. I'm good. You're the one that's running around here looking foolish. And then Brittany had said sometime through her little squalling, you making me look like a fool. Honey, Ray said, you made yourself look like a fool coming over there. And that's exactly right. So then she come talking about that he haven't even met her mom yet. And that he's risking all that, meeting her mom and getting the mom's approval. If he messes up now, he'll go back to prison. The mom will never, want to meet him. And so he was like, this is all about your mama. This is all about your mama. Why won't you trust me? I'm telling you, I'm okay. I'm not doing anything that I shouldn't be doing. Let me be. Brittany, honey, if Ray stays with you through all these shenanigans, honey, then count yourself lucky, child. So, Child, that's Brittany and Ray. Let's move on. Child, let's talk about C-Dog, Stan, and Lisa. Lisa is with her friend Ronaldo or Ronaldo. Rocada, I don't know what that girl's name is. It was something like that. They're at the hotel, motel, not the Holiday Inn. And she wants Ronaldo to be that catfish Jasmine. Ronaldo said, I ain't with it. Ronaldo said, I ain't here to play no games. I get over there dressed up like this with them cheap, flammable wigs that are horrendous. What if he drops dead and have a heart attack? Honey, Ronaldo, you ain't got to worry about that girl. Because Lisa and Stan have been in that dungeon. And they have been doing all kinds of things. And honey, Stan ain't dropped dead yet. So you okay. But Ronaldo said, I'm not feeling it. I'm not feeling it. So they go into the hot tub. And then Lisa's talking about there's some mutual attraction between those two. Why are they on this show? So the next day, Stan picks up Lisa. He haven't heard from her the whole night, part of the day. He outside tanning. Love After Lockup producers, I have said this. We do not want to see this 85-year-old man in his Fruit of the Looms. They showed a whole lot of skin this episode. So he goes to pick her up. Of course, it was awkward with the hug. And, you know, Lisa was quiet. Lisa and Ronaldo Riccardo got into a argument about the whole Jasmine thing. She said that nothing happened between them, you know, intimacy wise, but there was, you know, a disagreement they had. Who cares? So Stan thought it was a good idea to, you know, do a little bit of exercise. Somebody done built a rock wall over there at Shady Pines. So they go rock wall climbing, child. Stan can barely get up halfway. But I bet you this. I bet you if those little hand grabs was dildos, honey, baby, Stan would have been like, Spider-Man, Spider-Man. It's nasty self. So Stan just hanging there. Here comes Lisa. Honey, Lisa was climbing all the way up it and tagging and... Can you imagine what those workers was thinking, seeing those two come in there? I bet you them guys was like, you got to be kidding me. Because Stan kept saying, you can do it, baby. Ooh, baby. Ooh, you're looking good, baby. Your behind looks good, baby. It's like, ew. I wanted those workers to just let go of the rope. Just let go of the rope. That's all. So Stan is fumbling. He's hitting his head up against the rock wall. Honey, Stan's hair was all doing this, honey. Stan's hair was waving at us. It was just like, hi. He's such a mess. So Lisa says, is there anything you need to tell me? Stan said, well, no. She says, have you been talking to anyone lately? He says, no, I have not. And she was like, oh, well, did you do anything last night? He said, yeah. He said, I contacted Tina, his ex, and they went out to dinner. And she said, so you went out to dinner with your ex? He was like, yes. He was like, well, I hadn't heard from you. You was out there doing what you was doing, so I just went on out to dinner with my ex. And she said, so you haven't been talking to anyone named Jasmine? So here is Stan and his hair. Is it time for me to take my blood pressure medicine? I wonder what they having for dinner tonight at Shady Pine. Stan said he ain't been talking to nobody. He don't know no Jasmine. The only Jasmine he knows is from Latin. Lisa said, you are MFing liar. Let's move on. Let's talk about Latino Heat and Brittany. Honey, this ain't gonna take long. Latino Heat thinks it's a good idea to have Grandpa Gil come down, spend some time with Brittany, talk to Brittany, spend time with the grandkids, you know, so him and Brittany can have, you know, a couple of nights out. They need time alone, some good old time together. So he goes in, he tells Brittany, and Brittany is a little upset because Gil, the man who raised her, have been proud of her, have been proud of her progress. At the wedding, he told her, I am so proud of you. She says he has never said that before. And now she feels bad because of the whole Ronald halfway house debacle. So she feels bad about that. Then in the middle of this, which I think Brittany and Latino Heat don't even need to be on this show. I actually like those two. I think that they should not be on this show, that they should go on with their life and do well. So Brittany's on the laptop and she gets all of a sudden an email. Well, the only person who she could talk to about it, not her husband, because that would be weird. I don't know why she couldn't even tell Latino Heat that, but she didn't. So she goes to her mama. Her mama looks well. Her mama is staying with a friend. Her mom is there to clean and help, you know, keep the house and, you know, be a little housemate. She even got her a cute little, cottage house in the back. I was like, that's cute. That's real cute. So Brittany said, listen, I'm not naive to this. Okay, this ain't my first rodeo. Just because my mom is looking and acting well, I know the real deal. But is she sober? Question mark. So she tells her mom that her biological dad reached out to her, sent her an email, and he wants to meet up with her and meet the grandbabies. Now the mother is like, say what now? And she was like, there's a reason why he did not have a relationship with you. And Brittany says, is it because you took him from me? And that mama said, your dad wasn't no good. Your dad was an abusive SOB. And the best thing for you was to get away. And the best thing for us was to get away from this man. He was no good. He's a piece of crap. And I made the decision. But Brittany says this is all coming from her mother. Is her mother really being truly honest with her? Because her mom has a past as well. So Brittany said that she would like to hear her dad's side, her biological dad's side. And so the mom said, listen, you grown. The choice is yours. You do what you want to do. But I suggest don't have them grandbabies nowhere near this man. Especially if he's still out there beating the streets. So Brittany is thinking about meeting her biological dad. Let me say this. Please, oh God, Brittany and Latino Heat, please don't come back on this show. Please don't come back on this show. And Lord, please don't let this be the next storyline. Brittany meeting her biological dad. Please no. My thing is, isn't it funny how he done reached out to her all of a sudden? Is it because Brittany is on television and that she may have a little bit of money in her pocket? Could that possibly be it? Let's move on. Last and certainly least, child, let's talk about Sean and Sarah. It's time for this little overnighter, child. Sarah comes over to Sean's. Sean done put out a little, makeshift picnic, honey. And he got 2 ears of corn. Talking something about the cornfield, or did they get busy in the cornfield? Is that what that was? Sean's disgusting. So he done got him a little homemade picnic, child. He done went to Kroger. He done got the fruit. He done got the little champagne. He done got the cheese and the salami, child. I said, ain't nothing wrong with a good Kroger sale, honey. Ain't nothing wrong with it. So it's time for the Love After Lockup producers to torture us a little bit. So it's time to go upstairs. There's pedals everywhere, and it's time for them to get it on. Sarah says that she has not had sex in 6 years. And she said that she can't remember having sex with a man sober. And it's with Sean. Bless her heart. So, they do their deed. And Sarah says that, hey, guess what, y'all? Sean is good in bed. I guess so, if you haven't had any in 6 years. And what about when they broke out the condoms? They broke out the condoms. Well, obviously the condoms didn't work out too well. Obviously that must have been just for television, because allegedly she's pregnant, and allegedly she's married to Sean. So, didn't care too much about them condoms, child. I wonder if she was pregnant before she was married. But anyway, allegedly. So Sean is laying there. Sarah said that he was very good. And so Sean says it's time to tell the truth, since they done bumped booties. Sean tells Sarah that he has 6 kids. Sean tells Sarah that he was engaged to an inmate, Dumpster Fire Destiny. Ooh. Oh, God, do I miss saying that. Good times, y'all. Dumpster Fire Destiny, child. Good times, good times. So, of course, Sarah, she gets upset. How dare you? How dare you, Sean? My mom was correct. She was right about you. You're a liar. You're a liar. And so Sean said, well, listen, I just didn't want to hurt you, and I just wanted the right time to tell you. And, you really wasn't truthful about, your daughter. She said, but I told you. You lied to me. The number of your kids, 6. She said, what else are you lying about, Sean? Tell me. Tell me. And she said, who else have you been talking to on the side? And he was like, listen, if you didn't want any type of engagement, why did you post it? And she said, because I was bored. I needed something to do while I was in prison. I said, girl, that didn't even make any sense. You were bored. You were bored. Why didn't you start the stripping club like Nicole did? Nicole was stripping up in there for oodles and noodles. That's what Nicole was doing. Why couldn't you pick up that hobby? Go ahead and do a lap dance on the toilet. That's what Nicole was doing. So here is Sarah thinking, I didn't think that anything would come out of it. And then I met you and I thought everything is good. Boy, was I wrong. What else do you have to tell me? What else do you have to tell me? Come to find out that Sean ain't nothing but a whole lie. Okay? A whole lie. 6 months! 6 months! He was still talking to Dumpster Fire Destiny. And so Sarah said, we've been talking that long. And you were still talking to her? And so here's Sean. Yeah. He's so stupid. And so Sarah says, there it is. There it is. And so Sean is sitting there trying to put on his clothes. She grabbed a thing of water or champagne or whatever it was, threw it in his face. He's like, see me. She leaves. He's falling behind her. That's it, y'all. That's it. That's all I have for this episode. I will be doing a 90-day fiance top 5 hot messes men. But y'all, that's a hard list. That's a hard list to knock down. So I'm gonna be working on that tonight. But anyway, y'all know what to do. Don't forget to hit that like, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, friends. Bye.